Hello, I am Chris and welcome to another 5-Minute Friday. Now this is where I answer questions that my students in my lessons during the week or you at home in the comments have left me. I will answer these questions the best that I can and I only have 5 minutes to do it. Hopefully there will be some good questions. We will see some interesting vocabulary and grammar, and it will be good practice for your comprehension. Good listening practice. Okay, I have my telephone here. I will put 5 minutes on the clock. There we go, 5 minutes. Let's press start and let's go to the first question. I have my bag of questions. We'll pull one out. Don't know how many are in there this week. Okay, here we go. First question. What is the most difficult thing to teach in English? Wow, this is a really good question and a difficult question to answer. What is the most difficult thing to teach in English? Some things are more difficult than others, definitely. Certain grammar things are more difficult, particularly for French speakers. Things like present perfect. The present perfect is a difficult concept for many of my French students. Present perfect is when you have the verb have and the past participle. So something like, I have eaten snails. I have eaten snails. French speakers look at that and they think, oh, passé composé, because it's got the verb avoir and the participe passé. But it's not. The present perfect is really quite different. It speaks of a few different things and it's talking about my past, ever since I was a baby, up until today, with the possibility of the future too. So for example, if I say, what did I say before? Something about snails. If I say, I have never eaten snails. I have never eaten snails. So we're talking about my past, since I was a baby, all the way until today, never, never, never did I eat snails. So I have never eaten snails. But because I am alive, it is possible tomorrow I could eat snails. I could eat snails next year, in 10 years. I could never eat snails, but because there's that possibility, we use the present perfect in English. I have never eaten snails. Another good example might be something like Johnny Halliday. Johnny Halliday, unfortunately, he died. But in his life, he wrote, 400 songs. Johnny Halliday wrote 400 songs. Me, I like to write songs too. You can see I have my guitars today. I love to write songs. And I could say, I have written 200 songs. I have written 200 songs. Now, I use the present perfect because I'm talking about my past, but I also have the possibility to write more songs in the future because I am alive. Unfortunately, Johnny Halliday is not alive, and so for Johnny Halliday, we must use the simple past because it is finished. Johnny Halliday wrote 400 songs. We cannot use the present perfect for him because he does not have the possibility to write more songs in the future. Now that is one of the really important parts of the present perfect. There is more to the present perfect than that, but to answer that person's question, I think the present perfect is one of the most difficult things to teach. And I might do a video on it soon, actually, if you like. I think I might do a video on present perfect. Let's go to a new question. That was a long one. Hopefully this one will be easier. It is. Which do you prefer, tea or coffee? Which do you prefer, tea or coffee? I could say neither. Some people pronounce neither. It means ni la ni lot, neither. I don't really like tea and I don't really like coffee. I like to drink cold drinks. Yeah, I'm not really a hot drink person. Okay, next question. Ooh, why did you create a YouTube channel? Wow, that's a really good question. Why? Why did you create a YouTube channel? I love to teach. The short answer is I love to teach. I love teaching with a big classroom full of people, children, adults. I love one-on-one teaching, and I saw some YouTube channels with other English teachers, and I thought, yeah, I could do that. I would love to teach people all over the world. And the best way to do that is on YouTube. So I created a YouTube channel. That was fast. My 5 minutes is up. Unfortunately, that is the end of our 5 minutes. I still have a lot of questions in here. They will have to go for next week. If you would like to ask me a question, please leave a comment below. Ask the question. It's excellent practice for your written English, and tune in next week for the response if I pull your question out. And of course, if you want some more help with your English, more on the world of an Anglophone, me, please subscribe to my channel. See you again next time. Bye-bye.